All right, Geo, dude, what are we having? Nah, I tell you what, how about I give you the house special? We're gonna need a fancy glass for this one. This little puppy's called Earth Soup.
Clean would have been nice.
What's up, everybody? PR and VR, and today we're going to be doing a tips and tricks video on Startender. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Startender, picture Tom Cruise's Cocktail meets Star Wars Galaxy Edge, or pretty much any sci-fi film, and you get a roundabout idea of what this game is. First up, let's talk about counter space and the customer's meter, and you're going to see why I tied these two together in a minute. Serving in a clean glass is a must, which means you're going to constantly find yourself cleaning glass. Best way around this is when you have some downtime, you don't have a customer, you can always stack some glasses on the side, and I suggest you have various types. In addition to that, I'd like to point out the guy's meter. Now, I did it really quick there, but he's still pretty happy. Here's the trick. You can keep working, and even when that meter begins to get low, and it even starts to get into yellow and the red, the moment you give him a thumbs up, it'll reset. So don't necessarily feel pressure to immediately take an order. This is, of course, unless there's other people around. So as you can see, he's almost in the red, right? But the moment I give him the thumbs up, he's right back into the green. So if you find yourself needing to clean more dishes, utilize your time. Don't feel rushed. Another quick fun tip, guys, the acid vial will actually clean a dirty glass. So any drink that requires it, you don't even have to waste your time cleaning the glass. Just pour and serve. Anytime you're pulling off any kind of fancy moves, you'll see this blue bar begin to fill. That's your flare meter. Any kind of fancy moves you pull off, it's gonna create a little mini blue explosion, and that's when you know you're performing a flare. So catching things from a high distance, using the shaker, throwing things around, pouring from high up, all this stuff is gonna create flare. In addition to that, when you start getting into the harder levels where you have a lot more customers and a whole lot more complex drinks, you're going to want to get good with the flare because it's a great way to keep all the rest of the customers happy while they're waiting for their drink. So a neat little trick to save time is you can serve a drink with the shaker and it'll take it off automatically. However, if say the customer wants a little umbrella or whatever you want to call these little things that you put on here, I don't know, I'm not actually savvy to it. Either way, in order to fix that problem, you have to put the shaker back on, take the shaker off, and then you'll be able to set whatever these are on the side of the glass. Another way around that is you can add your garnishes or whatever to the glass itself, then put the shaker on. Admittedly, though, I haven't tried this with everything, so I don't know if there's some things that may or may not work. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to cover everything you need to know. Mugs don't break. They're made of metal. So don't ever worry about breaking them if you drop them or throw them. They're not like glass. And if you buy the unbreakable glass in the black market, they won't either. Now for this next tip, unfortunately, I didn't realize that when I was recording, you can't really see it. But I'm grabbing a glass, I set it down, I take the cork out with my mouth. Eventually, you guys spit the cork out. If it hits the glass, it'll break it. That's important while you're serving drinks. However, if you're holding the glass in your hand, you will not break the glass, which is a good little trick to know while you're serving customers. In addition to that, guys, I don't think the glass will break if it's got the shaker on it. However, it also could be because I dropped it in the serving section. I didn't actually try to break it. But even rewatching this video, when I threw it on the other side of the counter, I didn't hear it break. So the volatile alcohol is pretty straightforward. If you move too fast, it explodes in your hand. So a good workaround is maybe have the cup already in your hand when you're going to get ready to pour it, or don't open it until you're close to your cup. The radioactive isotope can't be in your hand too long without popping out. It also can't be juiced. It can only be sliced. It's a garnish. As is that little strange green tennis ball thing. The vibrating crystal, you guessed it, is a garnish. Okay, so here's an interesting one. The gravity and the anti-gravity matter. Okay, first they have to be cut, and then they have to be juiced. And then you can make a drink out of them. Also, another little neat trick, you can take these, okay? You can collide them. And once you can actually take this cube and you can juice it. Or you can juice them individually. So as you probably saw earlier in the video, I ate different foods and then I threw up in a cup. And believe it or not, That's actually a drink, and you can actually make it into a drink in the free mix. It just needs to be served in a clean glass. Disgusting, I know, but in a pinch, you'll still get a customer a drink. Well, guys, that's about going to wrap up this video. I hope you got something out of it. Maybe there's something you know that I don't. Feel free to share it in the comment section. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please like, share, subscribe. Maybe send the video to someone who plays this game that you might think might get something out of it. Otherwise, take care, guys. Peace out.